Hello ladies and gentlemen, SeKo Starcraft back with game 2 between Liquid TLO and Dragon. Best of 3 for the Homestory Cup. First game was really sweet. We saw a 1-racks proxy Reaper with bunkers even in the main base. I actually didn't think it was going to work out as well as it did, but he ended up killing like 3 queens, a whole pile of zerglings, a bunch of drones, and essentially returning home to tech up with a massive lead. There was one attempted, essentially all in, by TLO with a Nidus attack. Didn't quite have enough to deal with it though, which was understandable when there's that much tech out for a Terran player that's been left to his own devices for so long. Anywho, let's see if there's going to be anything kind of crazy out of these players. Strange. Sometimes you do this just to throw your opponent off and make it seem like you're going for another proxy of some sort. Doesn't really cost you that much in the grand scheme of things, but as soon as a player sees that with an overlord or a drone or something, it generally causes you to react really fast. Then have a low ground command center. You betcha. It's interesting that the drone made it to the watchtower and just came home. He must be worried about some sort of proxy or some sort of bunker, so he wanted to track down that SCV. Dragon SCVs being the jerks that they are. Doesn't look like his proxy thing really worked out. It's kind of a nice little mental game exercise you can do. Didn't cost anything. Looks like the SCV will make it home here. Handful of Marines out of the front should deal with it just fine. Wonder if we're going to be seeing a bunker come down anytime soon, or if Dragon feels pretty confident enough just to deal with it. Units wise, we're seeing the Zerg pull quite ahead in economy like you generally expect to see. Double mules coming down though mean that the income is actually going to be a bit more level, though the Zerg's still in the lead. Fast third base, so both players very standard openings. 3 racks, reactor hellions. Gonna use that just to control the map. Reactor, tech lab. So it looks like this is gonna probably be some sort of larger 2-base push with Marines, hellions, and then just getting out the stim pack research. Can be pretty hard to deal with if you're only on zergling tech. You generally need roaches to hold off a push like that. There's just too much DPS on light units. Doesn't appear like he's trying to hide this stuff either. Already has his first hellions out on the map, controlling the watchtowers. Sending down an SCV to scout for the third. That way you can feel a little bit more confident that it's not going to be some sort of 2-base roach push. I am enjoying myself a coconut beer right now, and I've got my new kitty cat sitting down here observing what is a nice blue vibrant can. I got a pretty good scout there. My new kitty cat, his name is Nyx, N-Y-X. No, you... Why are you rubbing the can? Oh, because it's nice and cold, that's why. Sure, you can go right ahead, but you can't drink any. That's for Papa. Pretty good creep spread here out of TLO, which I like to see. I think that's pretty important if you're going to hold off any type of early game pressure on very low tech. You're going to have to use your ability to surround players to do that. Might get a little bit of a run by here from TLO. I don't know if it's going to be too successful. Well, all the units are being rallied to the front right now. Dragon's pretty hesitant about this, but it doesn't look like he needs to be. All the units for TLO are up here at the top by his base, but unfortunately he's got a little bit of a miscontrol here. The Zerglings really aren't doing that much. Oh man, that's a lot of banelings. No, don't play with the microphone. Oh, damn you, cat. So Dragon lost all of his stuff. Oh god. That's a pretty good mine hit. Well, looks like it's Dragon's turn to be playing from behind for a while. He's at essentially half supply. Well, doing the damage they can, it's worthwhile. The Zerglings are cheap to trade, taking care of supply depots, and particularly supply call-down supply depots. Very worthwhile. The layer's not even finished yet, so speed for any baneling is a while off. Looks like Dragon's going to keep pushing to try to control this low ground. It's pretty important to do that. A couple more banelings. Might try to bust down the front door, but I don't think it's necessary at this point. I've also been in this position as a Terran player, where you really have a Zerg player that overruns you and forces you back into nothingness. It's kind of funny. Yep, he walked the queen all the way down here. That's hilarious. The reason why this sucks so much as a Terran player is it's so hard to break out when there's just this many overwhelming numbers beating down on your face. Lots of creep tumors, more Zerglings keep rallying, and he's going into Spire attack. Which with this amount of Marines, I don't know if that's really going to matter. Oh no, kitty cat, don't do that. Looks like he wants to go for some sort of counter job to put the pressure back on, but don't think it's going to work out. Besides, the Zerg player can just go bust down the front pretty easily then, if he needs to. This drop's got no chance. Creep's already being spread. Another supply call down. What are you gonna do? Try to kill off 6 creep tumors with a couple Marines? Well, credit Dragon for trying to stay in this, but he's kind of toast. 10 Mutalisks is going to be enough to probably cause him to leave the game. That's cheeky. I thought he was going to put down a crawler or something to do some damage. No, he's actually going to manor the base. Just go park it underneath. There he goes. This is so silly. And now Dragon's good. These banelings hit though. I actually wanted to try and drag the mines into the medevacs. There's already another queen down here. Oh man, this is just silly. Is he bringing up another overlord? No, he's already moving creep over in that direction anyways. And there, Dragon finally leaves the game. So we've seen 2 games now where one player has completely dominated the other player. Let's see what Game 3 holds in store.